is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation podcast. I am Lizer, and with me, as always, is Jay. What's up, Jay?
Yeah.
Hey! What's up, man?
Nothing much. Getting through a heat wave is tough, but we here.
Bro, imagine doing that with no ears.
Oh man, that had to be rough, bro.
I can't hear the heat, bro. I don't know what's happening. What you mean it's hot? I don't hear nothing.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, but we're back, man. We survived the week.
Honestly, feels good to be back on a Friday.
Yeah. I forgot. I forgot about that happening. Try to push past it.
He's like, oh shit. Did this shit on a Sunday. Anyways.
Peace. Oh yeah. But we're back. We have a bit of a change from what we watched last week. I don't even know how to fucking describe this. This week we watched Higurashi, full name Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, also known as When They Cry or When the Cicadas Cry. And it's an anime that released back in 2006, so it's fucking ancient by like anime standards. And it was produced by Studio Dean, and it was based on the mystery-themed doujin visual novel of the same name. And it stars our main characters. First off is Meibara Kiichi, who is a social and charismatic young man who is also our only male protagonist in the entire group that we get to see. Following him, we have Sonozaki Mion, who is the oldest of the group. She's a stylish tomboy and secretly has a crush on Keiichi, but don't tell anyone I told you that. She also, for some reason, has an airsoft gun just strapped to her at all times when she's in casual clothes. But I guess you can just do that when you come from a rich family. Like, I know if I walked around with an airsoft gun holstered, I wouldn't be hosting this podcast right now.
That's for sure.
Following her, and she's also in this picture here, is Ryugu Reina, who is probably the most well-known character of the bunch, just because she was used for like so much promotional material for like every season of this show. To give a little description of her, she is a girl who's obsessed with cute things, to the point that she'll go out of her way to collect things that she deems as being cute. And they don't always fit the context of being cute, like what you or I might think of as cute. For example, right. in the I was gonna say the 5 episodes, but we saw 4 episodes that we watched. She finds the buried Colonel Sanders from KFC.
Yeah.
She thinks it's cute and she wants to bring it to her room, but it's buried under trash. And she likes to hang out at the dump. That's like her camping grounds. She goes
That's
like
so weird.
Yeah, she goes like treasure hunting in the dump.
That's just really weird.
Is that the weirdest thing in this show though?
As far as normal things are concerned, yeah. Everything else is just kind of weird.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up is Tojo Satoko, who, to be honest, we don't get to see much of her in these first few episodes. And I don't want to get too much into her character, honestly, because she becomes more important later on. As of right now, for like anybody who's watching along and only watch these first few episodes, she's literally just there. She's part of the group. She's just there. She seems like the young Ojo-sama of the group. She even does the classic laugh, the ha 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 ha. So yeah, I don't want to go too deep into her. And the same actually goes for our final protagonist, Furude Rika. And she's actually the shrine maiden of the Furude Shrine, which is what I believe to be the only shrine in the small town that the show takes place in. And for most of the first season as a whole, she seems like an inconsequential character that just happens to be in an unfortunate place in an unfortunate time. In reality, though, she's probably the second most important character of the entire series. But again, sadly, for spoiler reasons, I cannot get into her backstory right now. But
All I've been
anyway,
told is that she is best girl.
yeah, she is best girl.
I'm looking forward to finding
I mean,
out.
she's best girl according to my heart.
Understand.
Best girl according to my fucking dick. but anyway,
This one right here, obviously.
for what we watched, Keiichi moves to this town. He becomes friends with these girls. It's just normal, like, small village stuff. They have like a festival coming up. There's they go to school. It's a really like poor school, even though it seems like they're all rich families. The school itself is poor. They can't even afford a school bell. The principal has to stand up the whole way and ring it himself. Like, he has a literal just bell and he just waves it. That's the end of the period. And they also can't afford different classrooms for the kids. So like, two youngest ones are being taught by the high school age kids as they're learning other stuff. So like, they're learning addition and subtraction while the other ones are like learning trigonometry. It's really fucking weird to me. But time goes on, they're hanging out. They just show you just like normal friend things. But then like, Keiichi starts to notice weird things happening around him. Like, first small things like reactions to him asking a question about something that happened, or like hearing the name of someone that used to live in town and asking the girls about it, and they just like freeze up and suddenly get harsh towards him. And he begins to notice like little white lies each time he talks to them. He meets up with this photographer one day who ends up telling him about a murder that took place in town, and Keiichi decides he wants to look into it. And he asks the girls, and he notices weird reactions again. He meets up with this photographer again. Again, I'm like very much paraphrasing what happens here. But he meets up with the photographer again, and this time he's with a woman, like, knows who Keiichi is and gives him a little more details on what's happening. And again, he tries to talk to the girls, he tries to do his research. He ends up meeting up with this cop, like this old, grizzly, like, overweight cop that smokes cigarette after cigarette, like he chain smokes.
Bro, they showed me that ashtray too many times in like the first 4 episodes. I started getting heated, bro. I was like, just dump it.
It was
bro, he kept trying to like fit the next cigarette in the ashtray, and I was like, bro, stop. Just dump. There's a trash can next to your desk.
I'm begging you.
Like, please.
So he's trying to do some digging, and it turns out that the night of the festival that they were preparing for, Keiichi goes, he has fun with the girls. They do this thing where they send cotton floating downstream, and it's supposed to be like cotton absorbs all the negative energy in you. You send it downstream to cleanse yourself. That night, apparently the photographer ends up dead, and then shit goes down. I'm gonna paraphrase again here, but basically he continues to work with the cop to reveal what happened and to also protect himself. As time goes on, he gets more and more paranoid as the girls begin to do things like stalk him and put needles in his food. He finds a baseball bat and he practices swinging it to protect himself. And it all ends up culminating in Mion and Reina drugging him with a needle, him going ballistic and murdering them with the baseball bat that he's been practicing with, and then escaping his home, which is now surrounded by like people working with them that we never get to identify. And he goes to a phone booth like pretty far from town and calls the cop that he's been working with, and he states that like he see there's a demon behind him, he won't turn around, he can't do anything, send help, blah blah blah. And he ends up on the phone with the cop, clawing his own throat out as the drug takes hold of him. So all in all, it was a fun time. Honestly.
Been lied to.
What do you mean?
You said the shit was gonna be fucking cute and wholesome.
When did I
That
say
was
that?
not cute and huh? Fuck. I got baited.
I don't remember saying
He's
that.
like, he's like, oh no, don't worry about it. Nah, I got fucking baited.
It's
I've
fine.
never, I've never been this fucking baited in my life. I've been had.
Man. What, did you enjoy it though?
Huh? Yes, I did.
I got baited and I loved it. I ain't even mad.
I'm not even mad. I'm really not.
Like I feel like there's not much I can say. Like we're only 11 minutes into this podcast and I've already said like, the first 4 episodes that we watched. Cause like I can't say too much because not only is it spoilers, but every couple of episodes of this show, the timeline reboots and things happen in a different way. Different characters are the killers, different events happen. Sometimes it's like, oh, we released a drug into the air, people went crazy. Sometimes there's fucking ghosts. Like it's
Just tell
so
me that.
weird differently. Like each time it's so weird and it goes from like scientific to metaphysical. It's crazy.
It's like every like 4 or 5 episodes is like a different story or something like that.
I
It's
think
like
on average there are some that are like longer. I know there's one that's like only 2 episodes, and then like the one after it is like 7.
oh wow.
Yeah. They call them I don't know if it's these terms exactly, but like questioning episodes and revelation episodes.
I see. Huh.
I remember watching this like back in Z Day.
Z Day.
And just fucking like, oh my god, just trying to get my friends to watch. I'm like, dude, check it out, cute anime
Oh, you're
girls.
fucking terrible. Why would you go? No.
I was like, oh,
This is
yeah,
like,
look at this one. Oh, isn't she adorable?
this is just like you fucking building a church for people to watch this anime.
Church?
It's just the same way. It's the same way how I am with Overlord. I feel like that's how this was.
You got me to watch Overlord. You were like, yeah, it was just lizards fucking, and I was like, yes. And meanwhile, I'm like, oh yeah, it's these cute anime girls that are killing each other.
Listen, my one-liners are not terrible. However, they do terribly sum up like what the fuck happened. And then that's how you get them.
Yeah, you got me by telling me about a fucking after credit scene of the 2nd season of a show. Thanks.
It's so good. And I never would have thought. That of all things to get someone to watch an anime, I would have never thought.
Bro, I just did it for the lulz. I was like,
And then
oh,
you ended up liking it.
Yeah, and I was like, this anime is actually good. The fuck? It's not fair.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about my friends in quotation marks like putting needles in my food.
Yeah, so that. What
Like
really
it's like
weirded me out
sewing needle. It was like
Yeah,
a
it was
sewing needle.
Yeah. What really weirded me out about it though was just like the common sense behind it, because like he freaks out, he starts throwing the food around and everything, and then he just leaves and he doesn't talk about it the next day at school. He just kind of like ignores them, and
Right.
like 2 days later he's telling the cop about it. It's like, oh well, we can use that for evidence, and he goes to the kitchen.
It's 2 days later.
2 days later, and he's like, oh, it's not here anymore. Like, yeah, because your mother fucking cleaned up, bro. Like, this is a traditional Japanese family. His father works, I think his mother also works, honestly. But it's not
He did get that
revealed yet.
one phone call about like his parents leaving for was it Kyoto?
Yeah, his father's like a semi-famous artist. I don't remember what his mom does though.
Oh. But she went with him though.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have been like nothing basic.
Nah. Nah.
So
Like his house is pretty decently sized. It's so that his father can store his paintings and like kind of use it as a museum.
oh.
So yeah, he's a pretty popular artist.
Okay.
Like
No, but I think the more like the fuck shit was like when he skipped out on school one day because like he was like, I'm not feeling well, so I'm gonna just stay home.
Mhm.
And they just kind of pulled up to his house and was just like, you better come to school tomorrow. I'm just like, huh? I thought it was the other way around.
What about the fingers in the door?
Oh, fuck, dude. That's happened to me like, I don't know. It's happened to me too many times.
Bro, if you can slam the door on somebody's fingers that hard, keep it shut there for like a solid minute, and they just keep going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then go to your window in the rain, just staring into your window and just mouthing, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm out.
Was it just like, was it like raining the entire day?
Yeah, it was just pouring.
I think that had me fucked up. Cause like she was trying to get inside the house. Cause I think they had a faint idea that like his parents weren't home. And that's like prime time like to really be able to fucking, you know, smirk somebody.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, my mom just finished cooking, or she just started cooking dinner, and she just flat out was just like, you're having like fucking, what is it, fucking ramen? It's like the stovetop ramen.
Like she knew exactly everything.
Yeah, she knew exactly like every detail about what he was having for dinner, and I was just like, bro, how? You even get to see inside the kitchen. You're at the door.
Bro, let's not forget about the part where like he was on the phone with the cop in his room, and he gets off the phone, and his dad's like, "Oh, I brought tea for you and Reina." He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, Reina was here. I sent her straight upstairs. She said she came to see you." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, you don't gotta play shy with me. I know she was here." Like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And it turns out that she was like outside his door listening to him talking to the cop on the phone. And then she laughed, and I was like, "Oh."
I don't know. It was kind of weird the way the how it happened with the cop, like the initial him meeting the cop for the first time, where he was said he was going to the bathroom, and the teacher kind of was like, "Hey, there's someone downstairs for you," and I was like, "Okay, it's a parent or something, right?" No, it's the fucking cop in his car. He's like, "Hey, I want to ask you a couple questions about the other night, or like yesterday night. This is the day after the festival. After you know, you find out that you find out the next day that the cameraman was killed, and you know, he's like, hey, we can go to my car, and I was just like, and then he's like, it has air. I left the air conditioner on. I'm just like, and he waits until he gets into the car to tell him he's a police officer. I was like, huh?
No, he had pulled out his badge beforehand. That's how he got it.
Oh, beforehand? Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I must have not like noticed. He like
pulls it out and he's like, "Let's go to my car. It has air conditioning." And beamed him into the car. And then he starts smoking in the car and puts the window down.
Oh,
what about the AC?
I was like, that was just so counterproductive. That was just really painful.
Like, bro, you're smoking with a fucking minor in the car, and you promised him AC, and then you open the window. Come on, make it make sense.
I was like, wow.
There was also the part where like he was on the phone and then the power cut out and he just kept talking on the phone.
Oh, like, and the phone was still working. It was just like, huh? And
this is 2006. This is like not cell phone era. That was like a landline connected. The power goes out for his entire home. And he just keeps talking. Like, what?
I was just like, okay, I guess that's how this works, I guess. I normally spaz when the fucking Wi-Fi goes out.
Streaming life. I liked how like the girls would be their normal like, oh, I'm so cute, I'm kawaii, that's what they chin chin daisuki desu. And then like he would bring up something about like a character that used to live there or something, and then they'd get like the slitted demon eyes and like shadow on their face.
that like caught me off guard so hard.
Like
I was like, hey,
it was when Mion was talking to him about the baseball bat,
yeah,
and
and I was just like, I,
it's like Satoshi used to do that. That used to be his baseball bat. And he looks at the handle and it says
it
Satoshi
says,
on it.
yeah, it's like, who is
It's
this?
just like
And
who
it's just,
did you go eat lunch with? It's like,
I was like,
he won't tell her, and she's like, he should know not to meddle in our affairs anymore. I should have
like, oh.
killed him when I had the chance. He
I
knows
was
the
like,
only
huh.
reason he's alive is because he's close to retiring.
He's retiring this year, something like that.
And I was like, oh shit. And then he like, Keiichi says the cop's name, which I don't fucking
I was like, oh,
and I was like, that could have been a beat. She could have not known at all and just said that, and now you just gave her a name. His blood is on your hands, Keiichi.
I was like, look at this bait.
Look
I was like, I was like, oh no. It's like, you just got someone killed. You can't do that.
Did it. It's on you.
It's like, you can't do that to people. You know, he's like already putting his neck out for you because, you know, your parents are never around, ironically.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what is with it and like the absence of parents?
I don't fucking know. It must be a Japanese thing. You can't kill people? That's illegal.
Cool. Uh-huh. Tell that to like, I guess within the, it's not really like, what, he, every time he would like notice, like Keiichi would notice something wrong, he would like write a note and stick it to the back of his clock.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. It's like he basically wrote like a journal that puts the girls at fault for what they're doing. Keep in mind, it's just Leon and Reina, two younger ones. Again, they just really don't have any part in anything that happens here. There is a part actually where Rika tells him, like, she stares him dead in the eye. She's like, "Keep practicing the swing. You're gonna need it," as if she knows something. I was wondering if you had caught on to that. Jay, are you alive?
I'm alive.
What happened?
Someone walked in my room.
Did you hear what I said though?
No, I'm sorry.
I said that it was the point where Rika had told him, like, she was just saying like, "Oh hey, blah blah blah," and she walks by and then she stops and she looks him dead in the eye and says like, "Keep practicing the swing. You're gonna need it."
Yeah. And I was like, she knows, right. And this was like at the part where I was like, she knows what's up. And I was just like,
She knows.
I like
something.
her already. Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling
But
you,
like,
this girl.
did she get like the slitted eyes when she said that?
No.
No. Okay, that's what I thought. And yeah, she just kind of knew something was going on. So she knew some fuck shit was going
Yeah, she just sensed that something was fucky wucky.
on.
It's like my favorite quote. But he's been like writing down these notes and putting the two older girls at fault for everything. Like writing down like, "Oh, they have men working with them. I don't know who they are, but they have a white van and they wear jumpsuits and blah blah blah." And when he gets drugged with the needle, he actually puts the needle on the back of the clock too. It's like, I have this as evidence, I guess, because the needle that he had put in his mouth earlier. I guess thinking back to that, so he kept that as evidence. Because it seems like whatever drug they're using can't be found in the system. Because they did drug tests on
Right.
that photographer and there's nothing in the system.
And there was like, yeah, we didn't find anything about like narcotics or whatever.
Yeah, so then we have the whole thing. He scratches out his own throat, he kills himself. They find the girls' bodies in his home. They find the note, and the note has actually been torn out. And it only says that he suspects the girls, and then it skips over the part about the needle.
Oh, yeah,
And-
the middle part
Yeah, and
was
then,
like ripped out.
and then it just says like men have a white van and jumpsuits, and then the needle's gone, but they left the tape there, so they know that there was something missing. But because they can find no evidence, they just classified it as he lost his shit and lured these girls into his home and murdered them.
Right.
It's like, what a fucked ending. And you know what?
Like,
It's not even the worst one we'll get.
oh, it gets worse.
Oh, it gets so much worse in so many ways. From what I remember, because again, I've back in the day, I watched this like, I watched season 1, season 2, and then like half of season 3 before I fell off. And apparently, there's like 6 seasons and like 2 movies or something now. There's even like a live action thing.
There's a live action. Okay.
I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah, me too. It's you have my attention.
I kind of also want to play the games, but I've seen the art for like the first game. It looks like ass, so I don't know if I'm maybe one of the newer ones.
I've been spoiled by high quality.
Yeah,
graphics.
by all the hentai games I play. Now, again, I don't want to do spoilers.
Yeah, because I definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, like I know you want to continue, and also just because like it gets confusing, being that there's so many different timeline type things happening. But I do want to go back to when I mentioned that journalist earlier, and remember how there was the woman who talked to him and like knew who Keiichi was, even though he never saw her before, and that was the one.
She like disappeared afterwards.
Yeah, she disappeared after he died.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say much, but don't forget her. Her name is Takano Mio. Just don't forget her, cause cool boy.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I still can't get over the fact that like that same night he like said something to the cameraman, and then the lady that was talking to the cameraman, I've already like I know what she looks like, I just don't her name.
Takano Mio.
Yeah, I'm not repeating that. But she like immediately like knew Keiichi's name, and I was just like, bro, I've never seen her before in my life.
Yeah, even he says it. He's like, how does she know who I am?
I was just like, that's like super fucking sus. That's super sus shit. I was just like,
The only regret I have for choosing this anime this week is that I can't really show too much because it's so gory.
let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
I don't think TOS would really appreciate it.
Twitch, no, not at all. There's a few things I can't say, so that's already kind of like, I'm already kind of restraining myself.
How could they take this away from us?
Yes, but never mind. I'm gonna have a whole rant.
Yeah.
This is not the time for that.
I do have some things I can share that I found online, and I thought they were pretty funny.
Yeah.
First off, when you accidentally make eye contact with the bathroom stall door.
It's weird that that's actually never happened.
Me either, but I'm always.
But
afraid
that
it
is,
will.
yeah. It's like I could just be minding my own business, and like someone just kind of walks by and your eyes meet, and you're just like.
It's like when I see those videos of like kids going under the stall and being like, "Hey, like,
yo,
I'll kick a kid in the face. Don't do that."
Oh man, that's just like, I don't like.
You want to Higurashi when they cry. That's awesome. And
I will have to say, for something in 2006, the animation wasn't bad.
Yeah, there's definitely things you can see that you're like, oh, okay. But all in all, it was pretty good. I hold my cookie until the bubbles stop. True psychopath.
Yeah. Bro, that's the type of people that like let their cookie fall apart in the milk,
Oh, no.
and it falls in the bottom.
Oh, you gotta drink the milk at the end and then drink the cookie.
And then drink the cookie. Or it's just bad enough that the cookie just doesn't move.
I don't think I have to explain this one.
I feel like this went right over my head.
Apparently there's a lot of stabbings happening in Britain. This is the point of view, you enter Britain for 1 second.
1 second.
That's all it takes, bro.
I would have just entered like a Jack the Ripper kind
of. This is probably my favorite one. This is a very good case of this is a meme from the future. You don't understand this yet. Mom, let's buy a new nail cutter. Mom, but our nail cutter at home is still fine. Nail cutter at home.
No, never mind. The flashback. I got it.
Oh, you do know.
Oh. Oh.
I'll let him go if you can say I'm sorry 1,000 times. Come in.
Oh man. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember it in like, it's weird because a lot of these things that I remember aren't from the actual like me sitting down and watching the anime. See, back in like 2000 maybe 8, I was like watching like compilation videos of like, you know, and this was in it. That's why my brain completely like fucking blocked it out.
Yeah,
I'm 9. I'm 9.
There was a point in time that like Higurashi kind of took over, like all the YouTube compilations and stuff like that. Like,
it was just
could find it
this
everywhere.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't even know what I'm watching, but I don't like it.
Help!
Like, Mom, come get me. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm fucking 9, and just like, no. I may or may not have given my age away, but that's okay. I'll be alright.
I'm this old. I live on this street in this city in this country.
It's somewhere in the United States.
Yeah. Let's see. That's pretty much everything I have to share, image-wise. I want to say that I was fully expecting to go into this and it being like, oh, it's not as good as I remember it. No.
This shit busted.
Yeah, it's still good. It's still
this shit busted.
Like we watched together, and there was points that I was like, I know exactly what's gonna happen, and I'm still like, what's gonna happen?
I always like stuff like that. It's nice.
Yeah. Like I'm perfectly fine with sitting down and just like watching as much as possible. Maybe even catching up to where I was in the past and like going beyond. I might even catch up all the way to like current day 2021 Higurashi. Because apparently they're still fucking making it.
Jesus Christ.
I looked at it. I looked at some images of the characters. I was like, damn, they got polygons now. Shit.
They got polygons. Sheesh.
I think if I had to rate it out of 10, honestly, I'd probably give this a 10. And I can't even explain why. It just draws you in so well. And I also like that it doesn't pull punches with you. It doesn't make you think that this is gonna be a QT anime because it has a cold open of Keiichi standing over the dead bodies, and that tells you everything that led to that point.
I think we started the episode and it was just that scene, and it's just like you just hear me just like, bro, bro,
like, it's wholesome.
You could have just told me. But there's no fun in that, so you're just like.
Like what were you honestly expecting from it? Like when I first put that picture up last week.
Bro, I saw the green haired chick and I was just like, I know this from somewhere, but I could never remember
like
until we started watching it.
My brain is itchy. I know something, but I can't remember.
I know something. I just know it was bad.
It's forbidden.
it was something really bad. But just seeing the green hair was just like, I've definitely seen this somewhere before.
What's that mint, bitch?
But I can wholeheartedly give this a 9. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Off of just the first 4, this is a 9. For the simple fact of this shit busted. And it's because it's left me wanting more. So
Yeah.
we're just
It's
we're
very
kind
much
of out
like,
there.
I don't want to watch this, but I
But
do.
but
I'm not gonna continue this unless unless there's more episodes to watch. We finished that first 4 episodes, that arc that happened, and I was like, well, we really shouldn't start 5 unless we're gonna continue it because that's a different arc. But let me show you my favorite scene.
it was the scene that I remember.
Yeah, and you were like, I know this.
I was like calling it shot by shot, and it was just like, it's been years.
Like, I know there was just this one point you go, ah, she's walking to the wall. I was like, yeah, here we go.
I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly where this goes, and I was just like, oh, okay. Good to know memory still serves, right?
I'm glad to know that you enjoyed it, even though it's like a fucked up thing.
Oh, it's completely fucked. But
so why do I like this? It's just morbid curiosity.
yeah.
Are there any gifs of? I'm kind of scared to look up gifs of Higurashi.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Here's an example of the eyes.
Oh, yeah. It's just like the people change. It's just like, uh-oh.
So who do you think is best girl?
Huh? I don't know yet.
Best girl, according to my fucking dick. So you could be like, all right, officer, this one, but there's a part where it goes in the future and they're like 20, so I could be talking about that one.
Oh. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh shit, spoilers.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get there eventually, so.
Oh man, I'm glad you liked it though.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Or it's gonna spook the fuck out of him. It did both.
It did do both. However, it just kind of resurfaced like memories, like suppressed ones. Especially the nail cutter. Nail cutter I remember now, like really badly, and that. Ooh.
Bro, just apologize 1,000 times. It's fine.
Bro, I'd run out of air before that.
Come in.
You just like stop breathing at some point during that.
Bro, it's easy. Just keep breathing. Just breathe. Bro,
Just
simple.
keep breathing. I don't know if I could keep breathing like that, bro.
Bro, she's murdering you. Bro, just keep living. It's not
Just
hard.
simply keep living. You love to see it.
So this was a kind of a yabai week.
Yeah, this is absolutely a yabai week.
Do you have anything that will like veer off for next week, or like what are we doing now? Because we can go one of two ways here. we can double down and just watch some shit.
See, I had 2 options.
I'm gonna eventually just start watching Live Week.
We had 2 options. One of them was Another, and the other was The Ancient Magus's Bride. Yeah.
So we're watching Another, right?
No.
Fucking bastard. It's funny because that's what I was gonna choose for this week too, and I was like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to go through anything again. God damn it. was probably avoiding this one more than Violet Evergarden.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm completely blind to this. So I have no clue what's going on.
I don't either, but it just looks so fucking. But I feel like
It
anything
does.
will happen and I'll cry. The guy is a fucking goat or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know,
He's a
bro.
magus. Muggus.
Muggus.
Oops.
But we'll keep another in the pocket for another day.
I've seen another. It's actually not
I
all that
know.
bad.
It's not. I really like it.
I feel like it's more gruesome than what we saw so far in Higurashi, yet it doesn't hit me as hard. Cause I don't give a fuck about anyone in another.
I just really like the whole like mystery component to it. That's what I was really invested in. I didn't give a shit about people dying.
Bro, I watched another because I confused the eye patch girl with a girl from another anime that also wore an eye patch.
Oh.
I don't know if you've heard of it, the Chumikyo anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's two different art styles, bro.
Like, oh. I don't know, I just looked up anime girl with eye patch, which was a horrible idea, because there's so many. And I just saw her and I was like, yeah, that's her.
That's the one.
That's the one. I got it.
And then proceeded to watch like 13 episodes of Goodbye.
Yeah, and like the original thing I saw was when she's doing the like finger twirl thing.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, when does she do that? Because this is not the anime for that. It's like, is that like an OVA thing? And then I'm like, oh, it's the wrong anime. Well, I'm already too far gone. Time to finish.
Oh man.
Alright, so the Ancient Magus Bride. That's what we'll watch next week.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm so excited for it.
Oh no, we're gonna have another. I don't want to cry, bro. I really don't.
Fine. I swear.
I'm gonna hope this is what I think it is and be okay. 'Cause I was like, what's something I haven't watched yet, but like I definitely wanted to. And this is one of them, and I was just,
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will definitely tell for this one. Fuck, I think I might just stay in the house on my birthday.
Just
watch
the Ancient Magus Bride.
Probably, yeah. Sunday's gonna be a nice day. Hopefully it's not too hot. But we'll see.
We'll see. Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
That's it for now.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna do like some spoiler stuff, but I'm just watch the show. Just watch it. It's worth it.
I recommend this.
Yeah, it's worth it. Just watch. Hey, what's the worst that can happen? Need fucking therapy? Oh, boo-hoo.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.